Avondale, Arizona. The weather is great here, but I just finished watching just a splendid race. I'm so glad I came out to this show. But now we are going to do some more racing over here at virtual Watkins Glen in virtual upstate New York. I just drove through that part of the country a couple of weeks ago. It's so beautiful, so green, unlike a very different beauty than out here in Avondale, Arizona. We are live. We're working lap number 5 of 40 here for our Midwest Motorsports Cup Series drivers. Ben Litherland was your pole sitter. He's one of your 12 chasers fighting to win the championship here in what is now the 4th of 8 races in our chase for the championship. And Litherland, your defending champion, went to victory lane just 2 races ago here at, actually, Phoenix Raceway in the virtual world, of course. And that was Litherland's first victory of the season. After 7 victories. Motor. Almost got to my car here in the Phoenix Raceway parking lot, but I'm here with you in virtual Watkins Glen. Watching as Eric Thaler has taken the lead away from Ben Litherland. And Thaler is looking to back up an impressive run at our last road course race. In the last road course race, which was at the Charlotte Roval, Thaler was able to nail down the pole, lead every lap, and win the race. So Thaler, a perfect day at the Charlotte Roval. He was not able to win the pole here today, as Litherland was able to take it. But Thaler now up into the lead in the number 15 car. And this is our 3rd road course race of the season for Midwest Motorsports Cup Series action. We had a previous race here at the Glen this season. That was won by Matt Dyer, who went on to be your regular series champion. And Dyer, in the 99, now sits 3rd. So Dyer trying to sweep the Watkins Glen races this season and hoping to take the championship points lead back away from James Bowles. Bowles currently sitting in the 6th position in the number 85 car. And Bowles is your points leader in the merit of he won the regular season closer at Talladega. And then he was able to finish 2nd at the Chase Opener at Atlanta, 2nd at Phoenix, and then 6th last week at Daytona. So that's kept Bowles in the points lead, but just 2 points ahead of Matt Dyer now. So at the end of the race today, we'll be halfway through the chase. 4 down and 4 to go. I I love the Watkins Glen racetrack here in Watkins Glen, New York. A 2.45 mile road course, at least here in the NASCAR configuration, where we run the inner loop, more commonly known as the bus stop chicane, and we skip running the boot section of the circuit. Watkins Glen opened in 1948 initially as a street road circuit that went through downtown Watkins Glen, down the hill and right down next to the Finger Lakes. It must have been a sight to behold. Race cars going through the city streets of Watkins Glen. But after an unfortunate accident in the 1952 event, they decided to move the Watkins Glen event up the hill, and they installed a permanent circuit, partially using existing roadways. And the Watkins Glen circuit we know today, slightly altered, opened up in 1957. The first race was won by Buck Baker in the 87 car. And since then, NASCAR has returned to Watkins Glen over and over. Formula One visited here and ran the U.S. Grand Prix here in the 1970s. So Watkins Glen, a very historic American road racing circuit. And a place that everyone wants to be able to win. And, you know, in the NASCAR series, they only come here once a season, so you really only get one shot at it every year. And a couple of guys really shone here at Watkins Glen. You know, I think of the Australian Marco Zambros won here in 2011 and 2012. And of course, Jeff Gordon was successful in all of the road courses. But man, when I think of Watkins Glen, I can't help but think of Tony Stewart. Stewart won 5 races here, which is the record, the all-time record. The current winningest active drivers here at Watkins Glen are Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch, tied at 2 checkered flags apiece. But Stewart, the big record holder here with 5 all-time, as well as he holds the record for the best average starting position at a 5.9. So basically every race he started around 6th, took its victory 5 times. Amazing numbers for Tony Stewart here at Watkins Glen. Ben Litherland's taking the lead back away from Eric Baylor. Litherland in the 86. Already missed one of our chase races earlier in the season, so that's a bummer. He's fighting uphill to try to earn the championship. But he's looking to win his second chase race here today at Watkins Glen. Almost back to my car here in the Phoenix Raceway parking lot. Got to see a treat of a NASCAR race today. I hope we get a similar treat here in iRacing tonight. So your top 3 are chasers, and have all won this season. Litherland, Baylor, and Dyer. Kevin Mayer in the 77 holds down the 4th spot right now. Great run for Mayer. And then Bowles in the 85 has moved up to 5th, your points leader. Anthony Castor in the 88. You know, I did some sleuthing this week, and I realized that he's still running a Class B license. But he has won his first Xfinity race just a couple of weeks ago. And he has had a couple of very strong runs here in the Cup Series. I think he is going to be due for his Class A license. He is one of our chasers and quietly crept up into the top 5 in points after last weekend. So Anthony Castor in the 88 car, one to keep an eye on. You see Matt Dyer with the 99 car. Dyer leads the league this season with victories. 5 checkered flags for Dyer in that 99 car. Earned him the regular season championship. Stood second in the points coming into today. And again, Dyer, you're defending Watkins Glen winner in this series earlier in the season. So this could be a great chance for Dyer to jump back into the points lead. All right, I got so into Watkins Glen, I walked right past my car here in the Phoenix Raceway parking lot. That's how good the racing is here for Midwest Motorsports. Still Ben Litherland in the 86 out front. Litherland set the fast lap for the race back when we came to Watkins Glen earlier in the season. So you knew he was strong. He had a tough day that day and did not win that race, did not finish high in the running order. Hoping for some revenge here at Watkins Glen today. He already had a crash in the first 3 laps of the race involving one of our chasers, Jason Huffman. That's been a story. Trying to keep up with all of our chasers here. Further down the order, some chasers. Huffman in the 11th spot. John Bates in the 12th spot, both chasers. And Brent Breback in the 31. A couple of our chasers have not shown up to the race today. I saw Josh Anderson, usually piloting the number 18 car in this series. He elected to take a provisional today. There was a scramble on the radio before the race over whether Carl Lindstrom was going to arrive in time. And Lindstrom is not here. So Lindstrom came in to the chase with the second seed. He's got 4 victories on the season, second only to Matt Dyer. But in the last 2 weekends, he's had consecutive internet failures. Cost him good runs, especially at Phoenix. He was running in the top 5, had a shot at the win, and his internet disconnected on him. So that's a bummer of a way to lose a race. And then last week at Daytona, pretty early, started glitching out and failed to finish the race at Daytona. And now here, week 3 in a row, Lindstrom absent from Watkins Glen. And that's pretty much going to end his chase hopes. I think it's going to drop him down to 8th or 9th in the points now. So again, he started the chase in second. He dropped all the way down to 6th. Entering the race today, and his absence is going to hurt. And it's going to be a big opportunity for guys like Bates and Huffman to try to make up some ground. So they're both having a struggle here in the early going. And then there's guys like Anthony Castor, who has been able to leapfrog past Lindstrom in the points. This is the battle for the lead on screen here. Van Litherland in the 86 is trying to hold off Matt Dyer in the 99. And here we see James Bowles trying to get by Kevin Mayer. They come down the back stretch and into the bus stop. New paint scheme for Mayer here. Good to know. And that's Isaac Castor right behind them as they come around the carousel. And here they'll take the cutoff instead of running down into the boots. And then down into turn 10. And this straightaway that runs parallel to the midway here at Watkins Glen. And then through turn 11, which sends them out onto the front stretch. And that's a lap here at Watkins Glen. They head down into turn 1, affectionately called the 90, which has a sharp downhill once you exit that corner. And then you get to the lowest elevation on this circuit of the track and then start climbing back up through the S's. And then the S's spit you back out here on the back stretch like a big old runway. And back through the bus stop again. Still eyes on Litherland here in the 86. Continuing to lead the race. Here's Bowles now, up to the 5th spot. He's gotten ahead of Kevin Mayer's 77 car. All right, good news, everyone. I just finally found my car in the giant Phoenix Raceway parking lot. I'm Eleanor Magdalena, and I had a blast here at the NASCAR race today. Now I'm here with you for Midwest Motorsports Racing. Watching Ben Litherland pace the field. All right, I am back in the studio watching Ben Litherland pace the field here at Watkins Glen. Matt Dyer in the 99, still running in the 2nd spot. And Eric Thaler in the 15 and 3rd. Watching the battle here between Bowles and Mayer. Bowles has gotten by Mayer. Now Mayer, a good run here, and Bowles, a big slip. Coming out of the S's, coming out of turn 11. But he's going to be able to hang on to it here. Here he goes into the 90. Sharp downhill here. Big hill here leads to, this is the lowest point on the circuit, and then the S's start to climb back up the hill again. So Bowles was able to qualify his way into the chase on points, and then managed to win the regular season closer at Talladega. Now he's the points leader on the merits of a ton of consistency in the beginning of the chase. See, here we see the 21 car. This is Michael Simeon, a new paint scheme here on the 21 car. He's followed by my fellow Ohioan, Marcus Napier, in the number 45 car. And back through the field, I see that Jason Huffman has climbed back into the top 10. He is the first car one lap down. As here they go past Bates, who is a lap down. A chaser there, Bates. And Bates was able to climb up the points based on Lindstrom's repeated problems in the last few races. Bates up to 8th in the points coming into today. But it's tough for Huffman in the 29. He had climbed up to 4th in points coming into today. He's just 13. Out. But he's having a struggle here early. And hoping he can climb back up after the early trouble. Huffman now 9th. First car one lap down. And Litherland is still out front with 18 laps to go, which means we're just past halfway here at virtual Watkins Glen. You're watching Midwest Motorsports on iRacing. Thanks so much for tuning in. Still watching these two battles happening. Here's Napier versus Simeon. This is for the 7th position on track. Also been keeping an eye on the next two cars ahead of these two. As here Simeon goes wide, but oh, Napier trying to cut to the inside is gonna spin and tag the wall on the exit of the 90. So that is gonna ruin Napier's day. See, he's gonna see Michael Simeon go a bit wide here in turn 1. Simeon's gonna miss his braking zone. and slide, but Napier, who cuts it sharp to the right to try to get underneath of him, cuts it too hard, and he's gonna get into the wall here. And was it your leader, Litherland, who went by? I believe it was, as they're both now one lap down. So Litherland was going to lap the 6th and 7th place cars when the 7th place car spun. So that was pretty scary for the leader, Ben Litherland, watching the incident occur in front of him. So now we're down to just 6 cars on the lead lap. Here are the last 2 cars on the lead lap. Kevin Mayer in the 77. That's the blue car. And James Bowles, the red car with the white racing stripes. Number 85 here. And now 16 laps remaining for Ben Litherland. Ooh, hot out here in the Phoenix sun. Oh boy, but I got to see an incredible NASCAR Cup Series race today, and I'm gonna give you some spoilers here. I hope you don't mind. But I've been to 2 NASCAR Cup Series races in my life. The first one was the July Daytona race in the year 2012, and the winner was the car number 14 of Tony Stewart. And sure enough, today I attended my 2nd NASCAR Cup Series race, and the winner was the same number 14 team for Stewart-Haas Racing. Chase Briscoe picked up his clutch first win of his career today. Amazing. It's going to lock him into the chase, which is great. Oh, man, but what a feel-good win for Chase Briscoe today. Again, I'm broadcasting to you live from the Phoenix Raceway parking lot. Didn't want to miss this Midwest Motorsports action. And it's Ben Litherland who's been able to pull away from Matt Dyer by 7 seconds. Obviously, I'm a big NASCAR fan. It's how I got involved here. I'm the announcer at Thompson Kart Raceway, my home racetrack back in Ohio. But always was a NASCAR fan as a kid, and was always a Dale Earnhardt fan. So I was taking notes about Watkins Glen, and I wanted to know, how was Dale here? And Dale has an interesting record here at Watkins Glen. Dale Earnhardt never won at Watkins Glen, but he did win the pole 3 different times, including in 1996, when he earned what was for a long time the track record. And here's the really impressive stat here at Watkins Glen that really make, despite being winless here, that make him stand out as an excellent racer here. He ran 15 races here. Again, he won 3 poles in his 15 starts here. He led, there were 1,311 laps in those 15 races. Dale led 134 of those laps. That's 10.22%. So 1 in 10 laps here, Dale led it. And here's the really insane stat. 1,015 races. Dale finished 1,000. Oops, check 1, 2. Awesome. Dale had 1,311 laps he could have run here at Watkins Glen. He finished 1,310 of them. So in 15 races, he failed to complete 1 lap. And that made me curious. How did he fail to complete the 1 lap? What race did he finish 1 lap down? And it was the 1995 edition of the Watkins Glen race. And about halfway through the race, while he was running in the top 5, his transmission broke and he got stuck in 3rd gear. He ran the remainder of the race in 3rd gear and still only finished 1 lap down. And that's the only lap that Dale ever failed to complete here at Watkins Glen. Amazing. Real series. You're watching the Midwest Motorsports Cup Series. And Eric Thaler has gotten back into the 2nd spot now, ahead of Matt Dyer. As we are under green flag pit stops, and here you see Thaler on screen, rolling into the pits. That's the gray Midwest Motorsports car. Eric runs our league. He's the owner and operator of Midwest Motorsports. So couldn't do any of this without Eric. And pretty feel good, Eric won at Daytona last week. That's his 2nd win of the season. I mentioned earlier that he won at the Charlotte Roval. Here we see Ben Litherland. He's already made his pit stop, and he's come out clear and clean. Back ahead of the 99 of Dyer. We'll see where Thaler comes out after the pit stops. Right now, Anthony Castor listed in the 3rd spot, but I think he's yet to pit. Now 12 laps to go. It's about 30 miles here at Watkins Glen. See Michael Simeon coming out of the pits in the 21 car there. He's just ahead of Chris Thaler in the 7. There's Eric Thaler in the 15. And there's Marcus Napier in the 45, who was involved in that incident a little bit earlier and has gone a lap down. In fact, now all but the top 5 and that's been fairly normal here in the Midwest. At the previous Watkins Glen race, only 3 drivers finished on the lead lap. It was your winner Dyer, Carl Lindstrom, and Eric Thaler. And then at the Roval, only 5 cars finished on the lead lap. Those 3 all managed to finish on the lead lap both times. So Litherland, your leader here, has been strong on the road courses, but has not been able to back up his speed. A DNF in the previous Watkins Glen race, despite setting the fastest lap, and a lead lap finish at the Roval. But he wants more. He wants to stretch out his lead series. He has 8 victories, 7 last year, and he was in a tie with Xfinity driver Logan Truitt this season so far in the Xfinity races. And he's run a couple of these Cup races, but here we look at Steven Anderson. racing behind the 29. At Phoenix Raceway, here at virtual Watkins Glen. As we've got 9 laps to go. This is Litherland, your leader in the Dream Machine, the 86 there. He's just put your points leader, James Bowles, 1 lap down. So Bowles here in the 85 and Mary. Doing my best to stay with you here, but the internet is a little spotty here in beautiful Avondale, Arizona. Thanks for watching Midwest Motorsports. So again, Litherland, your leader, has put all but the front 4 cars a lap down. Here he's going by John Bates to put Bates now 4 laps down. Rick Baylor. There's Les Davidson in the number 38. He's a couple laps down. It's Michael Simeon in the number 21 car. Simeon sits in the eighth spot, 1 lap down. I got to watch Jeff Hammond, Clint Boyer, and Danica Patrick record the pre-race race day material at the top of the hill. And as Danica and Clint went by on a golf cart, I yelled, "Have fun!" And Mr. Hammond was kind enough to wave back at me. Those guys are heroes to me. Those guys and gal. Here we've got a replay. Whoa, big slide, and off into the grass and into the wall. Oh, and back across the racetrack. Oh, no, and that's the 28. All right, Ben Litherland working with 5 laps to go from here at Watkins Glen. Litherland, a winner 2 weeks ago at Phoenix Raceway in the virtual world. And he has put on a clinic here at the road course today. He's hoping, if he can hang on, that'll be the third different winner in a road course in 3 road course races this season. And the other 2 sit second and third now. Dyer and Thaler. Can't overlook the strong run from Anthony Castor. The 88 car sits 4th on the track right now. And Castor's been steadily climbing up through the points. Very consistent throughout the chase. So he had a couple of troubles in some of the races, but was able mostly to recover from them late at Daytona. And now Castor, the last car on the lead lap. All right, 3 to go for Ben Litherland in the 86 car. About 7 miles. He has 14.5 seconds over second place Matt Dyer, your defending winner here. I'm glad to be, as Ben Litherland is clearly much better driver than most of the people parked out here in blue 3 and 4, hungrily trying to get back out onto Estrella Avenue. 2 to go for Litherland. Here you've got him on screen. Aaron's Dream Machine is at the low elevation at the bottom of the S. Between here in 2011, where Kyle Busch was leading coming into the S, riding on somebody's oil. And then Ambrose and Keselowski dueled back to the checkered flag in a race that ended up being Marcos Ambrose's first NASCAR Cup Series victory. And Ambrose would go on to defend his Watkins Glen win. And now it's the final lap for Ben Litherland in the 86 car. Put all but 3 of his competitors on a lap. It's just pure domination from Ben Litherland And here he comes down into the bus stop for the final time. Right clean through the bus stop, and here he comes. Down into the carousel. The Resock has left. Through and down into turns 10 and 11 for the final time. Ben Litherland in the 86, your all-time winningest driver in the Midwest Motorsports Cup. 8. And now here he comes across the finish line. And Ben Litherland is going to grab his 9th Midwest Motorsports Cup Series victory. His 2nd of the chase, and his 1st at Watkins Glen. And in the 86, one of your chasers with a checkered flag. And now Matt Dyer has come across the line in the 2nd spot. 9 car. May be enough to get Dyer back. Watching Ben Litherland work his victory lap. And Thaler has been sterling since the chase started. Thaler had an incredible comeback at Phoenix a couple of weeks ago where he had an incident with less than 10 laps to go and then charged back on a late restart to finish 4th. So that's put Thaler right in the championship hunt. But it's Ben Litherland in the 86 car who's going to come and burn it down. Here where Kyle Larson did burnouts last year, where Chase Elliott's done burnouts a couple of times. And Litherland in number 86. He's your winner here at Virtual Watkins Glen International. 2nd place is going to be your regular season champion, Matt Dyer. And 3rd is going to go to Eric Thaler in the number 15 car. Anthony Castor in the number 88 is going to be the final car on the lead lap. He needed a strong run to really make himself known in this championship battle, and I think Castor has proved he belongs here in the Cup Series with the here at the road course. Definitely a very different circuit from he had the Talladega win, Cup Series. Kevin Mayer in the 77 will finish 6th in 7th. Michael Suffman is one of your chasers in the number 29 car, and he's going to be scored 9th ahead of another. And then so there's your top 10 Cup Series live from here at Virtual Watkins Glen. And we're going to be back next race to begin the 2nd half of our chase for the championship in March. That's Sunday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. That's now. And I'll be back there with you 1 week from today at the same time, 7 o'clock. So thanks again to everyone who makes this possible. Eric Thaler, Ben Litherland, Anthony Castor, John Bates, Josh Watt, who's here in the studio with me. Thanks again, as always, Josh. And I'm Eleanor Magdalena, coming to you in slightly lower quality than usual from beautiful Avondale, Arizona. And I will see you again next week at Martinsville. Thank you so much for watching the Midwest Motorsports Cup Series on iRacing. All right, have a great night and take care.